So hi, welcome to you all in my YouTube channel. In my previous video, a lot of people was commented, especially there is a four student was requested for me if you are from this field, radiology, and you want to migrate to Australia. So today's video is about for you, So there are several things you need to be will discuss in this video, especially if you are a medical diagnostic radiographer or medical radiation therapist or nuclear medicine technologist or sonographer. So these four specific professions were included in this and court. And if you are planning to move to Australia, so what is the pathway? What are the steps you have to take to move to Australia? My name is Dr. Akram Ahmed. I always make videos for healthcare professionals to migrate to Australia and other high income countries. So if you are not yet subscribed my channel, please subscribe. And please comment on which topic you want to make video and about this video, the feedback if you want to give, or if you have anything if I left, and if you have any questions, please do comment so I can give you the reply. So आप चलो अभी start करते हैं इस वीडियो के लिए. So basically this is like a medical imaging professional, those basically like X-ray, and other radiation programs running, and they are mostly working in hospitals, and they are some of the diagnostic labs in Australia, and some of like GP clinics also they are working. So basically, they have to work under the radiologists or medical practitioners. They are not directly, they cannot give the prescription, those kind of things. So those especially, these are the tasks they have to perform in Australia if you are migrating. So I'm not going to be. Um, so this video is mainly focusing on the radiographers, but if you want to know what is the general pattern for migration in Australia, you have to go some of my previous videos in Hindi and English. So basically in Australia, if you want to move, it's based on your the point, how many points you have. If you have higher point, there is a more chance to migrate to Australia. But especially if we are talking about radiographers, so what are the steps you have to take? We will discuss here. So this is the ANZCO code. And the code means that if you are any qualification, if you are doing apart from Australia, then you have to go for the skill assessment, and they will see that your qualification is equivalent to Australian standard, Australian qualification. Then you have to go further the examination or those kind of things, So these are the four groups. If you are belong to a medical diagnostic radiographer or radiation therapist or nuclear medicine technologist or sonographer. So these all are will becomes in this umbrella. So the first step is the for the application is the assessment of your application. So there is a one body in Australia is called Medical Radiation Practice Board, so this is also comes under the APRA. APRA is a one body in Australia. So if you are from any of the healthcare professional, you are a medical doctor, you are pharmacist, you are nurse, physiotherapist, anyone, any medical professional, this comes under the APRA. So APRA have a different body. So this is body called the Medical Radiation Practice Board. This will be assess your degree. So what is the requirement for this. So you can see here in the country where you complete your program of study or qualification was recognized by a so the registration. I mean, if you are complete your degree apart from Australia, for example, if you did your degree from India, then your degree must be recognized by government of India, and you must be a registration. For example, if you are from Uttar Pradesh, you must register in Uttar Pradesh. If you are from Delhi, then you must be in Delhi. So your degree must be registered, and you are working as a radiographer. In your country. Then after that, you are eligible. I mean, you will be equivalent to your Australian qualification. Then you can apply for this. So those are student, they cannot apply. So once you complete your degree and you are registered in your particular state, then you can apply for this step. Even you can see here the other thing, the certificate copy are required, and like translation into English, if not in it in English, or means they are asking for the mark sheet or your degree, a certificate, and or your an evidence, I mean, your registration certificate and your degree and your mark sheet, these three things they are asking specifically, you know. So after that, you can apply. So you have to go to the, if you are just type in the Google that medication radiation practice board, it will come on this page, and just, you know, these are the steps, especially for if you are not from Australia or New Zealand. So these are the steps you have to take. So we will go the further here. So this is basically if you are from New Zealand applicant, this for them very easy. But if you are not from Australia or New Zealand, if you are from the other countries, then you have to go for this page is called overseas applicant. So if you are from India, you will be a overseas applicant. Then here, if you see, this is a AGOS 91, you know, you must apply as an overseas qualified applicant and use application form. So this form you just click, and I will also give the link on this description, so you also can directly can go here. So this form you have to fill for your overseas qualification, or this, or your mark sheet and your degree or your registration certificate. You just upload and pay the fees, and it will directly, you can, there is no need for any agent or something, you know, so directly you can do yourself. So the next step is that, as I told you, if you are a healthcare professional, especially especially if you are like medical, a nurse, pharmacist, a physiotherapist, or radiographer, or optometry, whatever your degree is not from India or not from Australia, sorry. So you have to go for an English test. In English, APRA required for registration. So you must have a 7 overall band in score 7 or higher in IELTS, and the similar for TOEFL or PT or OET. So any of these, you have to pass this exam. Is equivalent to a 7 of each in IELTS, you know, overall minimum 7, then you can eligible. So the, what is the salary? If you see, the salary is very, very high. Is a pharmacist we are comparing is more than double, you know, it's like 95,000 yearly, you know, for especially if you are a radiologist, you know. And this is the male female. So, I mean, the double salary is very, very high in Australia if you are a radiologist. And so again, this is the radiation, medical radiation practice board, APRA. They give some of the steps here for the overseas pharmacy or overseas qualified radiologist, how they can do. So first you have to do for your this skill assessment, and then after that you can go for immigration. You know, there is no exams here, you know, to write an exam. So after that, you have to fill this form, and if you are already registered in your country, so you will be registered here. And this is board. Sometimes, you know, they will see that your degree or qualification is equivalent, and they will issue a letter, and then you can further you can go for the immigration. You have to receive that registration, then after that you can go, you can apply for immigration. Then you have to employment. Once you will be here, then you can apply, start looking for a job. So here, these three things are totally different. First is your qualification is skill assessment. It's totally different. And then you have to go for immigration. Then you have to find your job, you know, so employment and all those things. So yeah. So what are the visa you can apply right now? If you see this radiologist, they have all the visas are open for them, you know. For example, if you are a pharmacist, you are a nurse, there is a certain visas is not available. For example, 189 is not available for pharmacists, but for this available 189 you can apply, and you can live and work anywhere in Australia. 190, this is a state sponsored if you have a little bit lower point. So if you are applying 190, then the state is given to you 5 additional points. For example, if you have 75 points, then 5 points will be given by the state, and you have 80 points right now. So another that state sponsorship is called 491. This is basically a regional area. If you want to live in regional area, for example, if you have low points, as I told you, Australian system is that if you have high point, and there is more chance for getting PR. For example, if you have 70 points and you are not getting any visa, then you must go for 491. And in this visa, that state will give you 15 additional points. So if you have 70 point and 15 is like 85 point, and 85 points you will get a PR. So but the condition is that you have to live that in regional area in particular state, in which that state will give you the sponsorship. That some other visa that that especially 482 and 186. 186 basically the if you are looking a job in any hospital, anyone is sponsoring you, then you can apply. Is also PR. But 494, this is a working visa. 482 also, this is working visa in the regional area. You know, so the for radiographer, all the visa right now is open. Now we can see how many points are given, you know, given the visa. So 189, I told you this is like number one visa. This is like number two visa. Number one is visa. I told you a GTI, Global Talent Visa. That already I make for videos, many videos. I'm also one of the recipient of Global Talent Visa. That is the different visa. Or so number two mostly is a 189. 189, 80 points if you have, then you can qualify. But 80 points is very high point and you cannot score if you are in India. For example, if you are in India, you hardly can score 65 or 70 points. You know, then you have to go for 190 or 491. So 491 is very good visa. I can say that this is 5-year visa, and there are some condition that you have to work and live in 3-year regional area, then you can file for a PR. This is not PR. Basically, this is a working visa 5 years, and further it can be a lead to a PR. So because 491 is given 15 additional points, so you can apply for that visa. You know, but if you see like 491, you know, mostly they are getting in very low point in regional areas, 65 points. So you have mostly chance if you have any family members, if they can sponsor you. I already make one video that who can sponsor you, who the relatives can sponsor you. You know, not everyone cannot sponsor. You know, so this is the video. If you not like, please like and subscribe my videos so I can make more videos. Right now is 11 p.m. in the night. I don't have time in the world. I'm very busy, but I have managed in the morning 6 o'clock. I make this PPT, and now I came back and you know, I'm just recording this video. So I'm really very busy, but still I'm making videos for you because you are. I want to basically help you. So please like and subscribe and share my videos so I can make more videos. And please leave a comment and like so I can make more videos. Whatever you want topic, you just comment. And thank you for watching this video. So